we gotta wash, we have to wash the Duramax because she is covered in salt from driving around all day during the snowstorm yesterday. Looking pretty good under there. Pretty good. I don't see any rust. I was checking. But people often ask me about truck rust maintenance. And the thing of it is that you just got to get under there and wash all the time, especially in the winter. If you live in the north, you got the salt issue. And it doesn't matter if you have a Ford, a Dodge, a Toyota, Chevy, doesn't matter. Every truck rusts. Even new trucks. I mean, you see trucks that are like a 2015, a 2016, forget about 14 years old. You see basically new trucks that are a rusted mess because people don't take care of them. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I find no joy at all in laying underneath my truck getting soaking wet when it's freezing outside. I don't enjoy that. You gotta do it. Welcome to the vlog. Hope you guys are having a great day. It is a gorgeous day out. So there it goes. You know, overnight, you go from like 10 inches of snow, 30 degrees, to 50 degrees and sunny. Because it is sunny, we are going to take the Rado on its first ever drive after phase 1 of the Corrado project has been completed, which was a new suspension setup and new wheels and tires. Technically, these aren't really new wheels. They are the stock wheels that came with the car a long time ago, back in 1993. By the way, this car is older than me. Finally, something that doesn't make me feel old, unlike when people talk about Fortnite and PUBG and everything else. At least the tires are new. So the battery, unfortunately, is dead again. But you can see also now in the daylight here, give you a good look of this is where she's gonna sit. So a little bit higher than before, still a very low car, but you know, now it's definitely drivable. Whereas on these, it was literally, I mean, this was collapsed in the front, so it was sitting on the tire. But now it should ride pretty good. And I think it still looks great too. As I mentioned before, it had the BBS RC wheels on it. I took those off. These are very cool. I like them. But I wanted to put the stocks back on and I didn't feel like replacing those tires too. But the stock wheels are just a spare set. These are just on the car until the Tarmacs come in. Then the Tarmacs will go on, which by the way, the Tarmacs are 17 inches as opposed to these little 15s. Really gonna fill out that wheel well. And I'm going with a slightly taller tire to match. So yeah, I think the look once the real wheels go on, it's gonna be perfect. Where was I? Yes, the battery is dead. We have to jump it, then we'll go for a drive. Before we jump the Rado, two things on my mind I wanna talk about. Number one is the Sam Crack, I think is how you pronounce the channel, Domino's car situation. Very interesting thing, and I love the fact that the car community doesn't get much big drama that like draws everybody together. Like car channels are never on Drama Alert or Scars or Scares, his name. They're never on that. So when something like big happens and the video has like 1 million views in 2 days, it's pretty cool. Personally, I think number one, Domino's is definitely in the wrong from a PR standpoint. I mean, if I was on the marketing team for Domino's and somebody said, hey Mike, we want to drop sales by like 5% overnight, any ideas? I'd be like, let's bully a small YouTuber into giving his DXP Chevy Sonic back. I cannot even for the life of me fathom why they would ever do this. I mean, forget about whether they are right or wrong from a legal trademark standpoint. They are definitely wrong in the court of public opinion. Moving on to the trademark thing, you know, does he have that right to keep the car and everything? I think it would be totally different, obviously, if he put the logos on himself. But they sold the car with the logos on it. I'm sure they sold it to an auction company who then sold it to this individual. So their beef might be with the auction company, but it definitely isn't with this guy. I mean, he bought the car. He legally owns the car. He has the right to do whatever he wants with it as it is and owns the rights to everything on it, in my opinion. I am not a trademark judge, so I don't know, but when you buy any other car, like my McLaren or the Volkswagen here, it has logos on it. The company might not like what you do with the car, but hey, that's tough shit. I can kind of see where it gets messy because it still looks like a Domino's car and he is not affiliated with them. So I can see why they'd be upset, but I really think, you know, they should have taken the logos off and the auction company should have taken the logos off if that was their wish. But now, I mean, he owns it. I mean, you see people with trucks that are like old delivery trucks and that kind of thing, and yeah, they're usually much older, but you see that all the time. I say more power to him. I hope he keeps making videos with it. I hope he keeps getting killer views with it. Basically, I mean, fuck Domino's, because they are retarded for EV. I mean, they got a good guy too. They don't know how lucky they are. Imagine if I had the car, I'd be out doing illegal and potentially immoral things with it. This guy just kind of restored it and is driving it around like doing fun, innocent things. Like, they don't realize how lucky they are. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is YouTube's new policy on guns, which I have not read the policy. I have not read a statement, so I don't know exactly what all the regulations are. But people are freaking out saying that guns are banned on YouTube. I don't think they are banned. I think that channels that showcase guns and demonstrate how to use them and shoot them properly and give reviews on them, I'm sure they will still be allowed to exist and be monetized. And who knows, maybe putting this in right here, I could be demonetized on this video. I certainly hope not, because that would be insane, and I hope that YouTube is not taking that stance. I'm all for gun safety, as I've said, you know, and making sure people know that guns are not a joke. It's a very serious thing. I think it should be a little bit harder to acquire a weapon, especially one like this, but it's still our right, which a lot of people point to and say, hey, this is our right in America. And of course, YouTube is from America, created in America. But rights don't really matter because it's a company. I think they can legally ban whatever they want. There are a ton of great gun channels out there. Demo Ranch, for example, I've been watching him for years, awesome content. And it would be a shame if, even though he makes all kinds of different content, it would just be a shame if, you know, channels like that saw a huge hit. Now let's jump the V-dub. She lives, saving Hondas, saving Volkswagens. The mighty Duramax saves them all. You have no idea how nice it is to drive that car, even for 5 feet, and not hear it rubbing on itself. Yeah, I don't really have a plate, but fuck it. Interesting quirk about this car. Maybe I'll have Doug review it, and I feel like that'd be a good video. He can show all the quirks and features, but you can't put both windows up at the same time. That doesn't work. You can only do one at a time. Only one. Find that interesting. Here we go. Woo! Oh my God, it feels so good to drive. Honestly, it feels so good to drive now. It drives like a dream. Oh my God, I can't believe how nice this is. Even the alignment's not bad for just like not even really eyeballing it, not even paying attention to alignment. Car drives so freaking good. A little bit loose there, but like, it feels great. I can't, like, so many people said in forums and everything, like, oh, Racerland coilovers, they ride like shit, blah, blah, blah. Now, maybe it is because I have a nice big sidewall tire on the car, but it rides really, really smooth. I mean, I live in PA, so next to like Somalia, these might be the worst roads in the world, and it's riding great. The only tragic thing about this car is the auto. Like, this would be so nice with a 5-speed. It will have one soon, but the auto is not great, but it is what it is. And look at that. Oh my God. Our wang is working, boys. Our wang is up. Oh, look at the wang up, boys. Wang up for them haters. I got active arrow on a fucking 25-year-old Volkswagen. Why don't you go fuck yourself, Troy? I'll tell you what else you can feel right away when you drive it. The car is so light. I mean, I think the specs say like 2,800 pounds-ish, which is like insanely light. You're talking lighter than my McLaren. And this is like a, you know, this was built to be an everyday driver, regular car. But it doesn't have any of the heavy, it doesn't have a lot of sound deadening or airbags, any of that stuff. It's just kind of like bare bones in here, but I love it. It's a really great car to drive. Feels, I mean, I can't believe a simple $400 set of coilovers made this much of a difference. And here we go, around the corner. Oh, hell yeah, look at that. Oh, hell yeah, no problem. Oh, she's got grip for days. I think the speedo is a little bit low. I'm definitely going faster. Well, now it feels like I'm definitely doing 40, but the low speed stuff seems a little off. I really don't know what's working on the car and what's not. Here we go, around the corner. Whoa! Oh my God, I'm having as much fun in this as I do in any of my other cars. Ooh. Listen to that VR6. I think we're also gonna have to straight pipe it to really hear it.
radio. And now here's human music.
Human music. I like it. I like it. I like it.
The reason why the Corrado is so loved, well, by the people who know what it is, a lot of people don't know what it is, but the reason why, you know, Top Gear and Motor Trend, Car and Driver, the reason why so many TV shows, magazines, publications, everything, the reason why they say it's going to be a classic car is because it still does not feel, and I can see what they mean, it doesn't really feel, when you drive it, it doesn't feel old. It's clearly got good build quality. It handles like a fun little sports car. I really think it's just a genuinely good car, and it's pretty rare. The big downfall of the Corrado was the price. It was way too expensive. I think this car brand new was something like $18,000, almost $19,000, and that's a lot of money. Even today, like that would be for a GTI. Like a new GTI is like, what, 30s now, but 19 grand back in the early 90s, that was a ton of money. If you do ever drive one, you will like it. There's no way you won't like it. And this is coming from the guy who, number one, I'm all about a V8 or up, and I'm all about rear drive. So this is like, it doesn't check any of my boxes, but I still love it. Amazing car, still a wonderful car to own in 2018, just too expensive for its era. And I think I'm gonna text Doug about doing a review on this car and see if he wants to do it, because it's almost 100% stock. I know that's kind of his area. He does stock vehicles. So if I put the stock wheel back on, I mean, it's pretty much there. And that's about it for you. We are closed up here for the day on the SS717 channel here in the garage. Hope you guys enjoyed the little Corrado video. And I do have an update for you on the ZR1 delivery. It was potentially gonna be at some point last night. Of course, the snowstorm screwed that up. And based on the truck's route, it should be here either tomorrow night or potentially Sunday morning. It really sucks because my car is a crazy low VIN number. And it was one of the first, I'll say, I'm not going to give it away, but I'll say it was one of the first 5 to leave the factory, the first 5 produced. And it was going to be, I was going to have the first customer delivered car. And now it looks like I'll be like 4th or 5th. There's already 2 out there I know of, I think maybe 3. So not a big deal. It doesn't matter if I'm first exactly. I'll still definitely be the first on YouTube, so there's that. But I'm just really fucking excited and I'm tired of waiting. Like I want my car so bad. Follow me on Instagram to keep updated throughout the day and the weekend here. If you did enjoy, give it a big thumbs up. If you are stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.